What's up, fellow Raven users? Today we are setting up my dual Raven setup. We're running it into my MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro only has 2 Thunderbolt ports, so to get everything hooked up, we're using this dock. Now you can hunt down any dock you want, but I strongly suggest this CalDigit dock. It runs for about $300. Keep in mind, by the way, that USB-C looks like Thunderbolt, but you're going to want to run Thunderbolt for sure. On this dock, it's got an active display port, which is running to the first screen, HDMI on the other side. And then the touch uses USB. They actually run separately, so keep that in mind. But this dock will have all of that. It's also got other power USB-C Thunderbolt plugs, so I can run my audio interface. I can power my computer, other hard drives, stuff like that, which is killer. And then to set up the second screen, we are using this Apple multi-port. Now you can also hunt down any multi-port you want, some other brand, but Apple, I strongly suggest using the Apple one. It's reliable, we know it's going to work, and they'll replace it if it breaks. On this we've got USB, we have HDMI, and then we've got power as well, Thunderbolt power. I'm going to plug that into the second port here, and we should be good to go. Okay, now it's time to start an account and register the Ravens. I'm going to set up a new account here. It's my.stevenslateaudio.com. I'm going to type in my email here, name, country. Now that I've completed that registration with that email, I'm going to go check the email for that verification email, and here we go. So we're going to click Verify Account and log in. Now I'm going to select the DAW I'm using and the operating system. We're on Pro Tools and I'm on a Mac. Okay. Now we're going to go into our account settings and link our iLock ID. Now for the iLock ID, make sure you are using the correct iLock ID. It may not be the email address that you just signed in with, so just be aware of that so you don't accidentally send it to the wrong account. So I'm typing in my iLock ID here. Because that iLock is registered to a different email, at least for me it is, and if that's the case for you, once that verification email is sent, make sure to check that email if it's different than the one that you just used to create an account here. Okay, so I'm checking the other email, which is attached to my iLock account. I see the verification email here. It's giving me a code, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that and paste it here where it's asking for the verification code, and then hit verify, and it worked. Okay, we're going to hit the back button here and register our passcodes. We're going to click up here on Add Products to redeem our Raven software card. Now I will highlight here, we're only going to use one because I am redeeming this for these 2 screens with Pro Tools. You can redeem with a different DAW on a different card. So in the future, if I want to attach this to maybe Ableton or Logic, I could use this card to do that. So we'll set this aside for now. Okay, we're going to click Submit here. It's going to allow me to download the Raven product, but it will also give us the Raven iLock license. So I'm going to select the DAW that I want for this license. We're going with Pro Tools. And then it says it's successfully added the product. Okay, under your products, we're going to click Raven here to download the software. This is giving you the option in the future to buy an additional license for a different DAW. So we won't worry about that for now, but if ever you want to, $99 for an additional license. We're going to click the blue button to download the software. Okay, while it's downloading, we're going to go to the iLock Manager here, and I'm going to click on Available, and then we'll see here that the Slate Raven for Pro Tools is available. Right click and then click Activate. And then it's going to allow you to select a location here. I'm going to go iLock in case I need to use this at a different studio one day, and then we will activate. All right, let's install the software. We'll just follow the prompts through. First, we're going to install the Raven software, which is going to be our control service. It's going to give us batch commands, transport, all that. Okay, next we're going to install vControl Pro, which is like the bridge between the DAW and Raven. Okay, here we're going to be prompted to install Python, which is used for all of our batch commands. Okay, now we're going to install UPDD, which is our touch driver, which will enable touch and gestures. Okay, you're seeing some pop-up windows here. Apple takes its security really seriously, so we'll have to go to our system preferences to enable quite a few permissions. Okay, first and foremost, really important, we're going to go to the General tab here, and we're going to click Allow. So we'll have to type in our password here, and click Allow. Now we're going to follow these prompts for accessibility. Now we're in the Accessibility tab, and we're going to give access to UPDD. And now you can see here it's giving us the ability to start the UPDD commander. While we're in accessibility, we're going to add a few more things. We're going to add Pro Tools, Raven, and vControl. You can select these individually, but I'm going to hold Command and select all three at the same time. Now that we're done with accessibility, we're going to scroll down here on the left to screen recording and add Raven. All right, now we're going to configure our displays. We're going to start by mirroring the physical setup here. So I'm going to drag this screen up top. And then the menu bar here, I'm actually going to pull it down because I'll mainly be working from the Raven screen. I want that to be down here. All right, then we're going to go back and mess with our dock settings. So click on dock and menu bar here. I want the screen real estate, so I want the dock to be hidden. So we're going to select automatically hide and show dock. Okay, now we're going to configure our touch screens. Because I'm using one touch screen and one screen that is not touch, we need to tell the driver which is the touch screen. We're going to click this hand icon up here, and we're going to click Identify. Now I'm going to push and hold the blue X. And once it's blue, let go. And now touch is on the correct display. So now we're going to launch the Raven software. I'm going to start by putting it in my dock because I'll be using it a lot. So we'll go to Applications and scroll and hunt down the Raven software and then just drag it down to our dock. I've got a couple prompts here to allow Raven and vControl access. So we're going to click OK. To run the two screens, as I said, I'm using my MacBook Pro. Now, I don't need or want to look at my MacBook Pro screen, so we're going to run it in clamshell mode, which means I'm closing it. For a keyboard, I'm running this external board here, and then I've got a mouse, and then, of course, these will be touch screen. When you run it in clamshell mode, keep in mind that the screens will need to recalibrate. Once you close it, you'll be prompted to calibrate these two.